Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family, Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky.
My name is Harriet Nelson. I'm a mother. That's me handing out the French toast there. The hungry-looking fellows seated around the table are the three men in my life. This guy is my husband, Ozzie. And this guy is our younger son, Ricky. He sure needs a haircut, doesn't he? And this guy is our older boy, David. I wonder if he got all his homework done last night. You know, one of the toughest parts about being a mother is to know just how far to go in supervising your children's lives. For instance, one day not too long ago, Ricky started out the front door without his coat, and I went dashing after him. Hey, wait a minute. Come back here.
Hey, what's the matter, Mom?
Put your jacket on.
Oh, I have to?
Yes, you do. It's cold outside. Come here, I'll zip it up for you.
Ouch.
Well, pull your stomach in. Wait a minute. Did you wash your ears this morning?
Well, kinda.
What do you mean, kinda?
Well, they got wet while I was combing my hair, and I dried them off.
Upstairs, and I'll wash them for you.
Oh, golly, Mom. Treat me like a baby.
Do you think you can wash your own ears?
Well, sure.
All right, then, go on and try. Oh, and while you're up there, take off that T-shirt and put on the shirt I laid out for you.
Oh, cut it out, Mom. I think it's a man's privilege to wear what he wants.
Well, you're not a man yet. Go on, hurry up. Oh, and tell David to hurry, too, or he'll be late.
Harriet, what are you trying to do to Ricky?
I'm just trying to get him off to school looking reasonably presentable. And I wish just one morning he'd wear his jacket without being told.
Well, Harriet, for goodness sakes, the boy is 13. He's old enough to make up his own mind as to what he wants to wear. Now, he's got to learn to think for himself and develop a little self-reliance. You let David make his own decisions.
Well, yes, but Ricky's a little too young.
See, that's the trouble with mothers. They always think of their children as children.
Well, it wasn't my idea. That's what the doctor told me I had.
I want to discuss something in an intelligent way. The plain truth is you don't realize how much you're overprotecting Ricky.
Overprotecting?
Yes, it's not good for him. He's got to learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
What's the matter with Ricky, Mom? He's upstairs grumbling to himself.
Oh, he didn't pass morning inspection, and I sent him back upstairs to wash his ears.
I was just telling your mother she overprotects Ricky.
How about that, David? Do you think I do?
Well, Mom, I know you have a problem with Ricky, but sometimes you do overdo it.
How?
Well, I notice that after school, some of the other kids his age get to go to the drugstore for a soda or something, but Ricky always has to phone up here first and ask if he can go.
Well, I just don't want to worry about him.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about him if you had a little more confidence in him.
How can I have any confidence in him when he doesn't even know when his ears are dirty?
But if he depends on you to tell him everything, he'll never become self-reliant.
Yeah, Mom, every day you tell him what to order at the school cafeteria. He's old enough to know what he likes.
Well, how can he survive on cream corn and jelly beans?
Well, I did all right on ketchup sandwiches. Well, I'll leave you with your problem, Mom.
Okay, take a look at my shiny ears.
Are you satisfied that they're clean?
Well, yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm satisfied.
Aren't you even going to take a look at them?
Nope.
I put on the shirt you wanted.
Well, that's all right. You can wear your T-shirt if you want to.
Maybe I better go up and wash my ears again. I'm not hearing so good.
You're hearing all right. It's just that you've been emancipated.
What does that mean?
That means from now on you're on your own.
Oh, Pop, I'm too young to go out and get a job.
No, it's not that. It's just that your father doesn't seem to think that you've been allowed to make your own decisions enough. And he may be right.
What's the catch?
There's no catch.
From now on, you just got to learn to rely on yourself.
Well, good for skinny little old me.
Well, I must admit there was a remarkable transformation in our small son. He suddenly developed a great deal of initiative and started to do all the things he was supposed to do without any prodding from me. You know, I'll have to admit you were right about putting Ricky on his own. There certainly has been a change in him lately.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I kind of thought there would be.
Yeah, it's done him a lot of good. He even shined his own shoes this morning without anybody suggesting it.
Well, good for him.
And yesterday he went to the barber shop and got a haircut all on his own. Picked out his own hair tonic, too.
Oh, so that was that smell around here.
Well, frankly, it's made things a lot easier for me. I didn't realize how much energy I used keeping after him.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear it's working out so well.
Here's the mail, Pop.
Oh, thanks a lot, son.
Hey, here's a letter for me.
Well, good for you.
Anything interesting for us?
Well, here's an advertisement. Here's a bill. Here's a bill. Here's a bill. Here's an advertisement with a bill in it.
Hey, listen to this. It's a letter from Johnny Cooper.
Oh, he's that boy who used to live down the street, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am. You know he moved upstate to Claremont. He wants me to come up and visit him for the weekend.
Oh.
Well, that's 150 miles from here, isn't it?
Yes, sir, I know. Hey, there's a P.S. on here for you from Johnny's mother.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, we hope you'll let Ricky visit us. All you have to do is put him on the train and let us know when it arrives, and we'll meet him at the station.
Oh, boy, can I go, Mom?
Well, of course you can. You don't even have to ask. You know what your father says about
No,
those
wait
things.
a second, Harriet. I think we ought to think this over a little bit. That's a pretty long trip.
Yeah, but I'm self-reliant now, Pop, remember?
Well, I know you are, son, but that's 150 miles from here, and you've never been on a train by yourself before.
Well, there's nothing to it. We just put him on the train, and they meet him at the station.
Well, I know, Harriet, but I want to think this over a little.
Well, I think it's a good idea.
Sure, you can have some peace and quiet around here. Enjoy yourself.
Second, please.
Don't you have confidence in Ricky?
Well, of course I have confidence in him, Harriet. That's not the point.
Then what's the problem, Pop? Money?
Well, no. Well, yes, it will cost a certain amount of money, but that's not the main thing.
Well, what is it, dear?
Well,
Let's face it, Pop has no confidence in me.
of course I have confidence in you.
Well, then why can't I go?
Yes, what's the matter?
Well, I guess mainly it's because I'm afraid you'll worry about him.
Oh, I wouldn't worry a bit. To quote you, I have perfect confidence in the boy's ability to meet any situation.
When did I ever say that?
Just before the letter arrived.
Well, now, just a second, Harriet. I didn't say exactly that. I mean, if I did, I was referring to household chores and small things. But, I mean, after all, this is taking a big, long trip on a train all by himself.
How could you change your mind so fast? Have I done anything to offend you?
No, of course not. Well, look, your mother has always been very sensible about these things in the past. I'm going to leave the decision up to her.
Oh, well, if it's up to me, I've told you what I think. I think...
After you and I have talked it over privately. Rick, your mother and I will discuss this thoroughly, and then we'll let you know our decision.
May I say just one more thing? Sir,
Yes, what is it?
when discussing this, don't just think of me as Ricky Nelson. Think of me as a symbol of the millions of other boys all over the world.
I'll tell you this much, son. You're going to have to stop looking at those old movies on television.
Hi, Oz.
Oh, hi, Thorny.
Say, what are you looking so unhappy about? Didn't Harriet put any sugar in your pablum?
Oh, no. I'm not unhappy, Thorny. I'm just thinking a little bit.
Well, that's sure enough to make you unhappy. What's the problem?
Well, it's not exactly a big thing. It's just that Ricky has had an invitation from a little friend of his to visit him up in Claremont. He wants Rick to take the train up there and spend the weekend with him. And, well, gee, it's 150 miles.
Well, apparently you don't have any confidence in the boy. Gee, when I was that age, I was always going away on long trips.
Well, weren't your folks upset about it?
Only when I came back.
Oh, no, Thorny, this is kind of serious. I mean, Ricky's never been that far from home before. That is all by himself.
Well, true, but look at it this way. He hasn't been 13 before either. Ricky's a smart, capable young man.
Yeah, of course he is.
And the train is owned by a very smart, capable railroad.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. It is.
And that friend up in Claremont probably has very smart, capable parents.
Oh, yes, they're very fine and intelligent people.
Well, there you are, Oz. I wouldn't let him out of the house.
You wouldn't?
Believe me, Oz, I'd squelch the whole idea.
Oh. Well, gee, thanks, Thorny.
Oh, that's okay, Oz. Anytime at all.
Well, I always feel that I can come to you for advice about these things whenever I need it. I appreciate your consideration. And it's your considered opinion that Ricky shouldn't go up there.
Yes, sirree.
Well, thanks again, Thorny. I'll be seeing you.
Wait a minute, Oz. What's your hurry?
Or I want to go inside and help the boy pack.
polishing the car?
Not quite. Harriet, have you made up your mind about Ricky yet?
Oh, yes, long ago. I like him very much.
You know what I mean. About his taking this train trip.
Well, I thought that was all decided.
Well, it is as far as I'm concerned. I think he ought to take the trip alone, even if we have to go with him.
How's that again?
Well, that is, I mean, suppose we rode in the next car in back of him, you know, just to make sure he gets off at the right station, or he doesn't get hungry, or lose his money, or get homesick, or something like that. Of course, we wouldn't let him know anything about it.
Well, do you think that's necessary?
No, I guess not. For one thing, I'd sure like to show that Thorny that Ricky is self-reliant and dependable. Where is Rick now?
Well, he's upstairs getting his things ready, I believe. He's definitely counting on going.
Well, and that settles it. If he has that much confidence in himself, then you ought to have some confidence in him, too, Harriet.
Look at these, Mom. Boy, I'm really in business.
What have you got there?
Timetables, millions of them.
Oh. Here, let me take a look at him, Rick. Sioux Line, Nickel Plate Road, Canadian Pacific, British Railway, London, the Midlands, North Wales, the North.
Yeah, I don't mess around, boy.
Look, Rick, these are fine railroads, but they don't go anywhere near Claremont. See, that's 150 miles upstate from here.
Oh.
I think you better let your father help you. Timetable's pretty complicated.
Oh, here's the one you want. You have an index in the back. Page 6. Here we are. Now, but what time would you like to leave?
How about 2 o'clock in the morning? Then I can sleep in a berth.
Oh, I think you better leave at a more reasonable hour.
So do I.
See how to read this. AM light type, PM heavy type.
I'm the light type.
We'll leave around 7, say. Here's a train that leaves at 7:22. Train number 37.
Hey, Pop, what's that little circle next to it?
Indicates a footnote. Let's see. Train number 37 runs on Labor Day and the 4th of July only.
Well, I can't wait that long.
More Claremont trains. Oh. Here we are. Here's one. Train number 6, the 8:30.
That's got a little triangle next to it.
Train number 6 does not run on Labor Day or the 4th of July.
How come those guys get Labor Day and 4th of July off?
They don't. They run on number 37.
So you leave here at 8:30. The train stops at Meadville, Baxter, and Carmichael Junction.
There's another one of those footnotes.
Train stops at Carmichael Junction to take on water and discharge milk.
Boy, I'm going to get off and watch that.
Just put water in the engine, take milk out of the baggage car.
Hey, that's better than having a cow.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. Here's leaves for Claremont at 10:05, light type. That's the one to take. Harriet? 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 Are you awake, dear?
I am now.
Oh.
What time is it?
Oh, it isn't too late. David and I were looking at the late movie on television.
Oh, I've been asleep for hours.
Oh, really? Hey, I thought you might be lying here worrying about Ricky.
Why should I worry about him?
Oh, no, that's the point. Don't worry about him, dear. He'll do fine tomorrow. Good night, dear.
What, do you think there's anything to worry about?
No, of course not. After all, the worst that could happen is the boy gets off at the wrong station. This is the point of the whole thing, to develop resourcefulness in him. It'll be a fine test for him. Now, good night, dear. Just lie back there and go to sleep.
Ozzie?
Go to sleep there and stop worrying.
Ozzie?
Will you get out of the way? I gotta get some socks out of this drawer.
Look, Ricky, you woke me up at 5:30 this morning, and you've packed and unpacked that suitcase about 3 times.
Well, I can't get it closed.
Why don't you take the hockey stick out of there? What do you use this thing for anyway?
I hear they have pretty big mosquitoes up there.
Your train doesn't leave for 2 hours. I never saw so much preparation for such a small trip.
You gonna drive me down the station?
I can't. I have to do an errand for Pop.
A fine thing. My maiden voyage, and you aren't even gonna be there to launch me.
Well, I see you guys are up already.
Oh, hi, Pop.
Hi.
Ever since 5:30, Pop. The midget here's been packing since then.
Well, good for you.
Almost packed.
Say, Dave, you haven't forgotten that errand you were going to do for me, have you?
Oh, no, Pop. I was just leaving.
Good for you.
Well, so long, Burton Holmes. Have a good trip.
So long.
See you later, Pop.
Okay, Dave.
Hey, Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Burton Holmes?
Well, he's a world-famous traveler and lecturer.
Boy, that David and his useless information. How you doing, Rick?
Oh, he's doing fine.
Yep, I'm practically all packed, Mom.
Don't forget your coat, Rick.
I'm gonna wear that on the train, Pop.
Honey, this is a mess. Oh, and look at your shoes wrapped in your white shirt.
So, Harriet,
Ozzie, I got to unpack this stuff and repack it.
Harriet, could I talk to you out in the hall for just a minute, please?
What is it, dear? Did you change your mind about letting him go?
No, I just wanted to remind you about not overprotecting the boy. For goodness sakes, Harriet, let him pack his suitcase any way he wants to.
But it's in such a mess. I mean, his black shoes wrapped up in his white shirt.
Well, so what? He'll probably only wear an old pair of blue jeans and a sweatshirt up there anyway. Besides, he'll know better next time.
Well, I'm kind of worried about his making this trip anyway.
For goodness sakes, Harriet, why? It'll be a wonderful experience for him.
You're not worried?
Well, not in the least.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Well, where's David?
Oh, he went to get some cigars for me that he's going to leave in a little while. Which reminds me, I'm not sure if he has enough money. I'll see you in just a minute.
You get that locked all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Need any help? I mean, I see you don't need any help.
No.
Oh, can you lift that all by yourself?
Please, Mother. You're constantly underestimating me.
Yes, I am.
What time's the train leave?
10:05.
What time is it now?
Oh, about 8:15.
About how long does it take to get to the station?
About 15 minutes.
You better hurry up. We'll be late. Sit in a smoking car.
This'll be fine. Oh, here's a vacant seat.
Well, you got enough baggage here to last you all summer.
Oh, here's some gum, Rick.
Well, that's okay, Mom. I don't need it. I've got 4 packs of gum, 6 candy bars, and a couple of apples. Gee, I wonder what time the dining car opens, Pop.
Don't worry, it'll open soon enough. Now, do you remember all the things I told you?
Yes, sir, I think so. Don't lose my ticket. Don't get off the train till I get to Claremont. Phone when I arrive. And don't play cards with strangers.
You telling that last part?
Oh,
No, ma'am. I just threw that in myself.
Well, here's a couple of more things. Remember to be very polite now at Johnny's house. Oh, and use your napkin. And brush your teeth.
Harriet.
And have a good time, dear.
Well, I will, Mom.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye, Mom.
Well, goodbye, son.
Bye, Pop.
Have a good time.
Can you see him?
Oh, there he is, right up at the window.
Oh, he's waving to him.
Bye. Bye. Have a good time, son. Well, there he goes. He's on his way.
Yep, he's on his way. Ricky's been there over a half an hour. Why doesn't he call?
Maybe the train was late.
Well, I still don't understand it.
Oh, he's all right.
Ozzie Nelson, how can you be so casual about this? He's over 150 miles away. Well, anything could happen to him and we wouldn't know about it.
Well, I have perfect confidence in the boy.
Well, I don't care. I'm going to call.
Oh.
Telegram for the Nelsons. Thank you.
Thank you. Ozzie, why would we get a telegram? He was supposed to call. Something's happened to him.
He was probably figured a telegram was cheaper.
Arrive Claremont safely. Love.
There, you see, Harriet? All this fuss for nothing.
And you weren't worried about him at all?
Well, of course not.
You had perfect confidence in his ability to make the trip all by himself.
Well, naturally, what else?
Then why is his telegram signed David?
Oh,
I thought David went out to get some cigars for you.
well, he did. You see, there's a very good cigar store up in Claremont, and I asked David if he'd drive up there and get me a box of cigars, and as long as he was going up there anyway, I figured he might go over to the station and just make sure that Ricky arrived safely.
And you accuse me of being overly protective.
Well,
And you let me worry all this time.
no, I kept telling you not to, and you see how foolish it was? Ricky arrived safely, and now there's nothing to worry about, is there?
No.
Gee,
What?
that's a pretty long drive at night. You think David will get back okay?
Well, gee, I hope so. I don't see him anywhere.
Me either, Pop, and all the passengers have gotten off the train.
I can't understand it.
Well, he was supposed to be on this train.
Conductor,
Yes, sir.
did you see a boy of about 13 with kind of a weird-looking, completely unbelievable hair comb?
With a lot of grease on his head and a great big suitcase in his hand.
Oh, you mean Ricky Nelson?
Oh, yes, where is he?
Oh, he rode down in the cab with the engineer.
Don't forget that a completely different episode of The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet is heard every Friday night on radio. Consult your newspaper for time and radio station.